York City. Today we're going to focus all on street eats. So we've come to Chelsea Market for the first stop, and I've stopped up at Los Tacos because I always hear people recommending this place. It's meant to have very, very authentic tacos and tostadas and enchiladas, so we're going to give it a try. I'm going to try the steak and the cactus, and then I will report back. We have our two tacos. So on the left here we have the grilled steak corn taco, and I've literally put the spicy, mild and the green salsa on top because I wanted to be on heat. And it's also got a generous helping of guacamole. Unlike London, didn't have to pay extra. And then on the right, I thought I'd do a side-by-side comparison and have a vegetarian one. So this one is the grilled cactus. Now, combined, including tax, these both come to $7, which I think is pretty reasonable. And yeah, I'm excited to try this out. Okay, I'm going to start off with the grilled steak. Now, I'm never known to be a very elegant eater. I'm quite messy, so bear with me.
You're drinking it.
I'm drinking the sauce because it's going to be messy. Right, okay, so first up, we're going to have the grilled steak. It's $3.25, and you can choose between a corn or a flour tortilla, the lately recommended corn. So we're going to kick it traditional and try it, bottoms up. You're going to want a tissue because it goes everywhere, but that is some juicy steak, and it goes so perfectly because I added a little bit of lime juice just to lift the flavors. It tastes very fresh but still has that meatiness to it as well, and I really love the combination of the salsa just to make it a little bit light. Great for after work, great for a snack on the go any time of the day, but yeah, fresh and delicious. And then we're going to try the cactus one now. It tastes like the texture of like shiitake mushroom, but like a little bit thicker. And it's a lot more creamier with the seasoning because obviously it's not meaty, so it kind of works with the guacamole and the salsa a lot more. So I feel like it's a little bit more lighter than the meat. But they're both very unique in their own way. I think if you're vegetarian, you're still going to have a great time. And if you love meat, you're going to have a great time. Double up, get both, and have a really great time. This is Elly spicy tuna, and you've got some sashimi grade big eye tuna, chukama, avocado, cucumber, spicy mayo, radish, sesame seeds, and a crispy gyoza shell. So this is Japanese inspired Mexican tacos. Ta-da! Prices for this is a little bit more expensive, about $1 more, $4.82, but the ingredients are a little bit different, and you can expect to pay a bit more for things like seafood and shrimp. Do you approve of the Japanese inspired?
I do. It's fresh. I like the flavour of it. Got a lot of filling, so I'm not disappointed.
Very generous.
Yeah, very generous in it. I really like the hot sauce. Hot salsa, extra hot salsa. All in all, it's a good stop. It's a good snack. And I like these free corn chips.
Initial verdict is it's quite bold because I'm literally standing right in front of them, but they're both very strong in their own reason, and it's all very mood dependent on what you want, I think. So for Takumi Taco, it's great for summer, it's great for a salady light bite, it's great if you love poke bowls and sushi and something that's a bit more like summery during the day. And then the other place, Los Tacos, I think is the perfect thing to have on the way to drink. So if you're saying like a Thursday night work drink or something, and you're on the way to get some margaritas or tequila or wine or any drink you want really, this will be such a perfect pit stop to go and grab a few tacos, grab the steak, grab this cactus, and then go on your way to have a very merry, amazing night. So yeah, very different between day to night, but both very strong. So why not have both? Why not have this during the day and then have during the night, and then you've got your problem solved? That's what I'm tacoing about. Okay, next stop. We also just had a little iced tea tasting party thanks to a lovely man, and we recommend the peach and the lychee. They're both amazing. So fresh.
Thirsty. You're a thirsty bitch.
I'm a thirsty bitch. Thirsty for some lychee. Next up, Doughnut plant. This is the one that Elly's been, I think, probably the most looking forward to desserts-wise since we've been here for her carrot cake one. So we're going to go in and get a donut, and then I will report back after I've eaten at Chelsea Market. This is a bonus option, not part of the street food, but as we're here in Chelsea Market, I showed the lobster last time in the video, and this time Elly is trying it for the first time. So this is freshly imported from Maine and Canada, and it's a 1.5 pound steamed lobster, $35 for 1.5 pounds, and you can choose between small, medium, large to extra large depending on how big you want that lobster. Right, next up on this food tour, we are at Chick-Fil-A. I've heard about this for years, but I've never had it. There's 2 stores in New York, and I believe there's probably more in other states as well. But we've literally heard this is meant to be like the king of fast food, and so far the experience has been amazing. We're at the store in Fulton Street, which is around the corner from the World Trade Center. And if you come here and you're served by a guy called Rome, he is a top guy. He literally gave us 8 sauces. So we've got a selection of every sauce under the sun. So I'm very excited about that because we all like sauces, we all like condiments. So we've gone for 2 different burgers. By we, I mean Joe and Elly. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
You okay? It's so good, isn't it? I love Chick-Fil-A.
So you're breaking up is crispy lime.
They got the spicy chicken deluxe, which has the lettuce, the pepperback cheese, and tomato. What are your initial thoughts? Sorry to cut you mid-meal.
Yeah, I really like it. It's got a great flavour. It looks fresh as well.
Yeah.
Lettuce is green. It's like, I mean, lettuce should be green, but I mean, like it's shiny. Like it's got a good view about it.
Yeah.
I like the thickness of the chicken and the, I say spiciness, yeah, it's spicy.
Yeah.
But like not that spicy.
Is it greasy?
No, I love the bun too, it's really squishy. But I love the sauces. They're really good.
And it's surprisingly cheaper than what we thought. Like I think for the non-deluxe it's $5.39. I think it's maybe like $1.50 more for the deluxe and the extra things. So yeah, and the good thing is, this looks like it does in pictures. You know, when you go to like McDonald's, you go to KFC and you see it, you're like, oh, amazing. And then you look at it, it's a bit like expectations versus reality. This actually meets the expectations. So they did mix up my one there because it wasn't Rome. I got the spicy chicken. So you can see it as a comparison between the spicy chicken and a spicy chicken deluxe. This one is the bun and the spicy chicken fillet and also some pickles. And the deluxe has the salad and the cheese over. So let's give it a try. It's good chicken. It tastes like actual chicken. This is the Chick-Fil-A sauce. I feel like a beauty guru but with sauces on my burger. Can you see the swatch of my sauce? I'm not sure if you like this one. Honey mustard. It's quite sweet. Oh, it's quite sweet. This is the sweet and spicy sriracha. I don't like that one. Ranch. I feel like whenever I say that, I have to go ranch and not ranch. Zesty buffalo. Pro tip from Rome, zesty buffalo off menu. A little bit of a spicy tang, but with like quite a blue cheese flavour with it as well. Feels like a good like quality bun, and everything's staying in place. It's got a good squish, and the chicken is thick enough. Oh, there's a rooftop as well on this one. So if you go on the 4th floor, you can have a romantic rooftop Chick-Fil-A with the New York skyline. I can't think of anything more romantic than that. This is the update from the next day after Doughnut Plant, because I was saving my tummy to eat tacos and lobster at Chelsea Market. So this is from the next day to give you a taste test, although this is not going to be a first time taste test because I was a bit naughty and we had some of the donuts yesterday. I also had Elly's carrot cake one, which we both personally really liked. It had like icing sugar covering over the top of glaze. So it was a little bit like crunchy, had a little bit of carrot cake like sprinkles, and the carrot cake itself was good, hate the word, but moist, and it was just delicious. Quite sweet though. Joe didn't like it, he thought it tasted like chlorine. I don't know where he got that from. I think he was just feeling weird at that time. And Joe had a vanilla bean blueberry jam, which was nice, but I don't like really sweet things, so it wasn't personally for me. This is the one I got, which I already had a bit of. It doesn't look super advertising. It doesn't look super appetizing, but I assure you it was my favorite of the bunch. So let me present to you I don't know if you can see. This is the pumpkin cake donut. So there's 3 different types. There's one that's pumpkin yeast, which is a bit more light and fluffy. This one is a bit more dense and heavy, and there's a third one of this mini version as well. So it looks like this. Can you tell? It's a little bit more dense, a little bit more heavy, and it's got a little bit of a glaze to it. So I'm going to try it again for you, and then let you know what I think again, but on camera. It's still really nice the next day. If anything, it's actually a bit nicer. Sometimes I don't have things the next day because I feel like it's got an evening to marinate the flavour. But it's not an overly sweet donut. This donut would be perfect with a cup of tea or a coffee. And I feel like it's the ultimate autumnal treat. Especially if you don't have a sweet tooth, but you want something that's a little bit cakey but not as heavy as cake, and a little bit that's a little bit heavier than donut, then this is the perfect hybrid because it is a little bit more denser. It's not as sweet. It's got a little bit of a glaze with a hint of pumpkin, but overly it tastes more like a lighter cake in donut form with a hint of spice and a hint of pumpkin. And they've also got little bits, I don't know what this is, like a nut, like a spice nut. There's a little savoury nut, but I don't think it's a peanut. But it's pretty tasty. It's like a roasted nut. This satisfies my craving of having something like a snack, a mid-afternoon slump or something. It's actually mid-afternoon now, so this is perfect. So good. It's now time for the noodle stop. So today I'm at 88 Lan Zhou Noodles, which is in Bowery Street in Chinatown. It's a Tuesday and it's 3:51 and it's very quiet in here, but it's also full of Chinese people, so I'm still going to take that as a good sign. So I've heard that the hand-pulled noodles here are, so I've ordered a big bowl of it. It's $7. It's very hot and it's very big, and I believe the noodles are hand-pulled in the restaurant here. So this is what they look like. Some thick noodles. Thin but thick at the same time, substantial amount, a lot of it. So we've got some bak chai and also some beef, and these are like beef tendons, so super little fatty cut of beef, which is good because then it means it gives you an extra flavour, extra fat, extra juiciness, and it goes quite well with noodle soup as well. And it looks like it's got quite a nice beef broth, a little bit heavier than some of the noodles we've had earlier on this trip in Momofuku. And what was the other noodle place we went to? Oh yeah, the Decaf Market. That was a very light broth, so we can compare it to what we had earlier and have a try. Oh yeah, it's very soft noodles, very soft, so it's not like just cooked, but it's very comforting. The broth is really good, it's full of flavour. I'm going to try the beef, and it's very good. Like $7 for this, and the beef's really good too. It's very fatty. All in all, a great bowl of nudes for a comforting winter's day. I'm just going to show you how high these noodles are. I love that the staff are just literally behind watching me and they're like, I don't know what she's doing, but we'll leave her alone. Nudes!